back again. Another body sculpt session. Okay, so we are going to be doing our breath work and then a little bit of mobility. And then today we're actually going to be doing our glute session with a magic circle. Woohoo! Awesome. And then we'll do a few deep stretches and then we'll be done. Okay, so I just want you to find a nice lying down position. And for this one, if you don't have a block at home, just go and just pause the video and go and grab a book. That'll be fine. Just a heavyish book of any sorts or anything that's just heavy like this. And you're just going to place it down on your abdomen. Okay, so knees are bent, feet hip distance apart, shoulders down and back, chin tucked. Close your eyes. And just turn your attention towards your breath now. Breathing in through your nose and breathing back out through your nose. Inhaling, nice and soft, gentle. Exhaling, even softer. And now I just want you to turn your attention towards that book or block that's on your belly. And as you inhale, think about it gently rising up. And as you exhale, you're gently cushioning it back down. Feel free to place your hands on the block to feel this. As it gently rises up and softly falls back down. Beautifully controlled. Breathing in through the nose and back out through the nose. Light, slow and deep. And on your next exhale, you're just going to remove the block and place it down on the floor beside you. Gently blink your eyes back open. And we can roll back up. Okay, so now that we've got ourselves settled into the practice, we're going to start with that mobility. So the first move that we are doing today is going to be for our neck. So with this one, you're just going to take both your hands towards the back of your head, sit up nice and tall, and as you exhale, curl the head down towards the chest. Staying here now, we're going to tick-tock the arms from side to side, so the elbows both reach up towards the left. And then we're going to come back into center with an inhale and come all the way back across to the other side. So we're just going to keep switching sides, and every time you get over and you think that you're as far as you can get, push your underneath elbow up a little bit higher. Keep the chin tucked. This is your last one here. Come back to center and gently peel yourself back up. Okay, so we're going to go into those sternum circles. So remember, we've got that pole that runs down through our head, out of our coccyx, and we push our sternum forward. So our head is skewered on that pole. We push the sternum forward, round to the right, pull it back, over to the left, and now smooth it out. Really focus on sitting up nice and tall and trying to keep that head skewered on the pole as you move your sternum around. Switch directions. Keep that head as still as you can. Raising up out of your hips. Beautiful. This is your last one. Come back in. Hands come into prayer. We're going to do shoulder circles. So push the shoulders forward, up, all the way back and down. And now smooth it out into a circle. Again, trying to keep the head absolutely still with a very gentle chin tuck. Just because as we move the shoulders round, it tends to want to jut your chin out. Swap directions. Really pulling, scooping around, getting the most that you can out of this shoulder joint. Push a little bit further. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to come and stretch your legs out in front of you, hip distance apart, feet on the floor, arms out behind you, fingers facing away. You're going to lift, don't lock out through those arms, lift the bum up and bring it down towards your heels. Come back up so that your shoulders are over your hands and then back down, bum to heels. Keep your eyes looking straight forward. Again, head does not move. We are just rolling through those shoulders. Keep the abs pulled in. T-zone tweet. And backwards and forwards. Not locking out in those arms. Just rolling through the shoulder. Trying to reach that bum as far down towards the heels as we can. Keep the knees pointing towards the sky. Last one. Bum comes down. And we're going to come all the way over. And we're going to do some single scap push-ups. So a scap push-up requires us to keep the arm pretty straight. And you just lower the chest down and push up. So with this, we're going to take our left hand behind our head. Fleshy part of the elbow turned in. We're going to come down on the right arm. It stays pretty straight. Push up and rotate the elbow up. Come back in, down, single arm, push up, and open. Coming down, scapular push up, elbow opens. Follow the elbow with the eyes. Really engaged in the back of that shoulder. And we're going to swap sides. It's raining here today and the mozzies are thick. Open up with that elbow. Coming back in, scapular push up. So the arm doesn't bend, but you also haven't got it completely locked out. Only because we never want to completely lock out the arm. Now, up. Open that elbow. Down. Up. Open that elbow. Beautiful. Keep going. Alright, last one. Beautiful. We're going to get set up for arm threads. And we're going to flow from side to side with these arm threads. So I'll move this out of the way. So we're going to row the right elbow back and through. Push off the back of the hand for a second. Come back up. Left arm rows, threads. Push off the back of the hand for a second. coming back up. Right arm through. Push off the back of the hand for a sec. Look up at the sky. Left arm, drive the elbow. Really push the back of the hand through as far as you can, and then really forcefully push off it. Beautiful. Just keep going side to side. Should feel really nice in your back here. Just warming up. Okay, and coming back up, we're going to turn our fingers in towards the body, and we're just going to pull back on the hands and let them peel up. And now come back forward, and we're just going to do some circles on those rests. So your arms are staying straight. Keep your abs pulled in, and you're just kind of shifting your body around in a circle. And on your next one, peel all the way up and come onto the backs of your hands. And we're just going to lean back on those hands. Come forward, leaning back. Come forward, giving our wrists a little bit of love today. Forwards. Alright, last one. And you're going to come down onto your forearms. And then legs reach out long. So this is your plank, nice straight line, engage through the shoulders. And then you're going to pike your bum up in the air and come into a dolphin. So head comes down, bum comes up, and then straighten back out. And then again, bum up, head down. Keep going, flowing through. Really lift your T-zone up towards the sky to get as much space as you can. Keep going with that one, flowing through. Just got to put on some spray before I get absolutely mauled. Sorry if you can hear this really loud. They are crazy thick today. Okay, just do one more. And then the knees can come down. And we're going to come into bear pose. So, knees are directly underneath your hips. Curl the toes under and just lift the knees off. And we're coming from here. And we're going to push the legs out so that we come into downward dog. So back down into your bear pose. Knees just come down. And really engage through the backs of the shoulders. Head comes down. Really, again, think about lifting that T-zone up. Knees down, but don't touch. Lift up. Knees come down. Really engage through the backs of the shoulders. Fleshy parts of the elbows facing each other. This is your last one. Come back down onto your knees. And we're going to do some kneeling windmills. So you can sit back on your heels. Right hand goes to opposite knee. Drive the elbow back and reach. Inhale, coming straight back over and swapping. Reaching back. Inhale to switch. Exhale, drive the elbow. Reach back. You're sitting up nice and tall out of your hips. Exhale to reach. Inhale to swap. Exhale to reach. Inhale to swap. Love these windmills. So good for opening up in your thoracic spine, which is fantastic for your posture. And for neck pain, shoulder pain, knots, tension. Okay, coming back to center. And now we're going to get into a bit of hip work. So we're going to start off in a nice kneeling position. And then we want to have this front leg out at about 45-degree angle, and we're lunging down. So bringing the bum down towards the back of the heel, push back up and back down and up. Really thinking about trying to bring like your pubic bone down towards the back of that heel. Chest stays high, chin tucked, shoulders are relaxed. Just really digging deep into this hip. Nice. Okay, so we're going to turn this into a deep lunge. So now you want to have both legs in line with each other. We're lunging out deep. Hand comes down, and we're just going to push the knee out. Inhale back in. Push the knee out. Shouldn't be too much weight in this hand. We're literally just pushing the hip out gently. Make sure you keep that fleshy part of the elbow facing in towards that front knee. Gauge through the back of the shoulder. And just gently opening up through the hip. Watch that arm. Keep an eye on them. Okay, so coming back up here, and we're going to swap sides. So got this leg's going forward, this one out at 45 degrees, and we're bringing our pubic bone or our bum down towards the back of our heel. Drive through the heel to push back up. Pubic bone down, drive back up. Chest stays lifted. Shoulders are relaxed. Face is relaxed. Nice soft face. Drive to that heel. Push up. Driving down. Pushing up. This one feels really good to open up. Okay, so we're going to go into that deep lunge, opening up through the hip. So you've got your legs both facing the same direction now. You're lunging down deep into that front leg. Hand comes down, and we're just going to gently push the knee out and back in. Really ground through the heel. Keep that fleshy part of your elbow facing in towards the knee. Don't let it creep towards the front of the mat, as it will want to do. You stay engaged through the back of the shoulder. Keep pushing out gently. Coming back in. Gentle push out. Back in. Gently pushing out. Okay. We're going to come all the way down onto our front now. So come all the way down. Head down on the mat. And you're going to bring your left leg out to a 90-degree angle, or the best that you can. Forehead just rests on your hands, shoulders down and back. And all you're doing is simply lifting. Flex your foot and lift the ankle on that left foot. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Shoulders down and back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Shoulders are still down and back. Nice and smooth here. Okay, and then we're going to reach that leg back, but now our left arm is reaching for that left ankle. And this time, as we inhale, we're going to stretch up, pushing the ankle into the hand. Exhale back down. Inhale up. Exhale back down. Really nice quaddy stretch here. Inhale back down. Exhale, inhale, reach a little bit higher. Really push the ankle into the hand. Keep your abs lifted. Support that spine, always. Okay, we're going to switch over to the other side. So you guys can just bring that other leg out to a 90 degree. I'm just going to turn around just so I can show you a bit better. So you've got that leg out in like a half frog position, 90 degrees, foot flexed. And as you exhale, you're lifting that heel up as high as you can. Inhale, back down. Remember, keep those shoulders down and back. They really want to creep up when you're in this position, but you're not going to let them. You're going to keep drawing them down and back. You're going to keep your abs pulled up. And you're really driving that heel up into the sky. Beautiful. Last one. And now, take your right hand and reach around for that ankle. And lift the abs. And now with an inhale, push the ankle into the hand. Keep your abs lifted. Exhale down. Inhale. Push the ankle into the hand. Exhale back down. Inhale, come up. Keep those abs lifted. Make the movement smaller if you're feeling any little twinges in your lower back. You want to really turn on the T-zone. Inhaling to come up. Exhale down. That's your last one. Just relax. And push yourself up. And we're just going to do our ab pull-ins. So, from this position in kneeling, you're going to pull your belly button, or the area just above your belly button, you're going to pull it in as far as you can. Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. It's uncomfortable. It's painful. Keep pulling. And now we're going to rotate to the right. We're going to rotate to the left. Keep pulling it in. Back to center. Release. And again, pull it in. In, 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 in. In. And now rotate. Pull it in. Back to center. Pull it in harder. Back to left. Back to center. And release. You can do those ones any time of the day. Okay, that's really going to help with getting that transversus abdominis activated, point, flat, corset. Okay, so we're going to start going into our Pilates. And today we are obviously using the magic circle, which is heaps of fun. It does add a little bit of intensity, but it also makes it a little bit more fun. So the first thing that I'm going to talk you through is going to be all of your T-zone, spine, breathing, all of that. So let's come down onto the mat, just having our knees bent, hands relaxed down by your side, chin is slightly tucked. So let's do that T-zone 3 times. So we're going to tighten it. So pull the pelvic floor up, almost as if you're stopping yourself from going to the loo. Think about drawing hip bone to hip bone, and then flatten the whole thing down. And with this one, I actually want you to take your hands and put them on your bum, because when you're tightening your T-zone, we're not tightening through the glutes. So you're pulling the T-zone, the pelvic floor up. Think hip bone across to hip bone, flatten down. No tension in those glutes. Release. Last one. Pull up. Hip bone to hip bone. Flatten down. Beautiful. So hands coming onto our lower ribs. And we're just going to do breathing. So inhaling, expanding into the ribs. Exhale, close your core, sit down. Inhale, expand. Exhale, rib to hip. One more. Inhale, expand into your hands. Exhale, really shorten that gap between the lowest rib and the hip. Beautiful. Let's do our spine. So create that diamond. Heels of the hands on the hips. Fingertips on the pubic bone. Neutral spine. That will sit completely horizontal to the floor. Imprint that spine. Use the lower abs to pull the back onto the mat. Make sure your knees are still facing straight up towards the sky. Back to neutral. Imprint. Again, with when you're imprinting, you're not lifting up your tailbone. You're just pulling those lower ab muscles down, which pulls your spine onto the mat. Beautiful. And then we've got shoulders down and back. So really think about pulling down between the shoulder blades. And then we've got chin tucked. So holding your little avocado pip underneath your chin. Okay. So, very first exercises we're going to do is a couple of ab ones. So grab your magic circle and you can just place that in between your legs so that it's inside of the thighs. And then we want to have our hands reaching out to our sides, straight out from the shoulders. Squeeze those thighs, imprint the spine, chin tuck, shoulders down and back. And as we inhale, we're going to come across to one side. Exhale, rib to hip, back to center. Inhale, over to the other side. Exhale, back. The main thing we're thinking about here is making sure that we don't start to arch through that lower back at any point in this movement. Coming across, back to center. Check that imprinted spine. Inhale across. Exhale, rib to hip. Inhale across. You feel how much more fire that magic circle adds. It's so good. Okay. So you're going to keep your legs up in tabletop, but what you're going to do is just move the circle so that it is vertical and in between the shins. So imprinted spine, shoulders down and back. We've got our hands straight up ahead of us. And as inhale T-zone, exhale, curl the head up first and reach through the circle. Inhale back down. Exhale, curl the head, curl and reach. Really lift those shoulder blades up. And then slowly curl back down. Sorry. And exhale, curl the head up and then reach the hands. Really scooping through those abs as you come up. Think about flattening them down towards the floor. So the head curls, the body curls, the abs scoop. Lift. Inhale, coming back down, reset that T-zone. Exhale, head, shoulders, shoulder blades, squeeze. Inhale, coming back down, reset that T-zone. Squeeze those legs together. Exhale, curl, this is your last one. Really reach, 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 reach. Inhale, come back down. Okay. So we'll come up and we're going to start with a magic circle in between our thighs like this. Feet grounded on the floor, hands gently behind us, fingers pointing away, not locking out with those elbows. And we're going to start to squeeze. So, T-zone tight, shoulders down and back, chest lifting out. And then we are squeezing. The T-zone is tight. Squeeze. Think about the squeeze coming from these inner thighs, these adductors. We're adding our legs together. Really squeeze. You'll feel the shake. It's a good shake. Means we're turning something on. Squeeze the glutes. T-zone tight. Stay lifted. No weight through those hands. Tuck the chin. And squeeze. Make this movement smaller if you need to. Beautiful. So, take your magic circle and you're going to pop both of your legs in between this time. So the thighs are going to be pressing outwards. Same position, hands behind. And all we're doing is little pushes to the outside. So you're just pushing the legs out. It's a very, very small move. Keep that chest lifted. Widen through the collarbone. Chin tucked. Just gently pushing out. Start to gently inch your feet in towards each other until you've got your feet and your ankles squeezing together. Really squeeze through those glutes. You'll start to feel a little bit of spice turning on. Stay lifted, T-zone tight, collarbone wide. Beautiful. Keep going. This is your last one. Right, we're going to take the circle and we're going to come all the way down. We're doing some pelvic curls with 5 squeezes at the top before we come back down. So, magic circles in between my thighs. I've got my feet flat on the floor, knees up towards the sky. Arms are just relaxed down by my side, chin tucked, shoulders down and back, neutral spine, T-zone tight. And as I exhale, I'm going to curl my tailbone up towards my belly button and then keep lifting, 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 lifting until I find that nice straight line. And now I'm going to do 5 squeezes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And very slowly curling myself back down. Releasing the tailbone at the bottom. Reset. T-zone tight. Inhale. Exhale. Curl. Tailbone up. Up, 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 up. Nice straight line. And squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And curl all the way back down. Release that tailbone at the bottom. Retighten the T-zone. Curl back up with an exhale. Straight line, inhale T-zone, exhale squeeze, 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 squeeze. Inhale T-zone, exhale. Coming back down. So, now we're just going to change this one up a little bit. So this time when you get to the top, so exhale to curl all the way up. But this time at the top, you're going to do 5 pulses. So pulse those glutes up. 4, 5. Inhale T-zone, exhale. Curling the spine down one at a time. Release that tailbone. So really ground through your heels. Really dig in with the heels as you curl up. Squeeze with the booty. Nice long line. Keep those abs in. And we pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale. Coming back down. Really think about your rib-to-hip connection when you get to the top. So when you get up here, think about shortening that gap, and then we pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. And coming back down. Should feel a nice bit of burn in here now. And those inner thighs, the glutes. Let's curl back up. Hold at the top. Inhale, T-zone. No tension in the upper body at all. As we pulse, this is your last set. And curl all the way back down. So keep your circle in between your legs. We're going to come over onto our side. We're going to do some clams. So we're starting off just with the knees in line with the bum. Remember, you can always just have a quick check. Beautiful. So we've got our chin tucked, shoulders down and back. Shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked, one on top of another. So I've just got to adjust slightly so that if I had a pole, it would go in one and out the other. And then inhale, T-zone. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale with squeezing. Inhale, opening. Exhale to squeeze. This one's slightly different. If you take your hand and you put it on your bum, you'll feel that rather than the glute med doing the work, feel for that underbutt. That's where we're beginning to work here. Make sure you've still got a nice rib to hip connection every time you exhale and squeeze. Inhale, retighten that T-zone. Exhale, rib to hip. Beautiful. So we're just going to advance this one slightly, bringing the legs out into a 90-degree angle. Make sure you've still got those hips stacked, shoulders stacked. And inhale, T-zone. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, T-zone. Squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful work here. Nice and relaxed, soft face. Shoulders down and back. T-zone super tight. Check in on your ribs. You shouldn't be tucking your bum under either. You see what your sit bones sort of pointing out behind you. Squeeze. Squeeze a little harder next time. You got it in you. Squeeze. Inhale, retighten that T-zone. Exhale, squeeze down. Inhale, open. Squeeze. Okay, that was your last one. So, coming up, we're going to actually put the circle in between our ankles. And I'll just shuffle up a little bit. So, we've got the legs out nice and straight. Hips are stacked. And I've got one hand just down on the mat in front of my chest to support me, chin tucked. Okay, so we inhale, T-zone. As you exhale, I'm going to push my underneath leg, my underneath ankle, up towards the upper ankle. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you come back down, retighten the T-zone. Keep the tension out of your upper body. And really focus on minimizing any rocking in your hip. Really lifting. T-zone super tight. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the inner thigh. Lift as high as you can. Inhale, back down, retighten the T-zone. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, back down. Squeeze and lift. Back down. We're just going to do one more. And when we get up to the top here, we are going to pulse. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back down. Alright, so we're going to do those 3 beautiful clam moves all the way on the other side. So you're going to start off with the circle in between your thighs. So just take a moment to get in the right spot. Make sure that your heels are behind your bum. Stretch out nice and long. And we will just check. Shoulders stacked one on top of another. Hips stacked one on top of another. T-zone is tight. Chin tucked. And with an exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. We're going to do 30. Squeeze. 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 Keep going. Nice squeeze. Squeezing a little bit harder every time you come down. Making sure you haven't started to rock through that pelvis. Make sure you keep those hips skewered on that pole. You can even poke your finger in to make sure that they're not rocking backwards and forwards. Squeeze. Open. Squeezing. Okay. Just got a few more here. 8, 7, squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze that underbutt. 2, 1. Bring those legs up into that 90-degree angle. And we're doing it again. So keep that foot raised up, level with your knee. Ribs tucked in. Hips stacked. Shoulders stacked and squeezing. And release and squeeze. Keep the foot high. Squeeze really hard. I'm just going to do 15 of these. 5, 6. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale, squeeze. Think about ribs to hips. Every time the knee comes down, the ribs glide down. Just got 5 more here. Squeezing. Beautiful. Last one. Okay, we're going to move that circle down so it's in between our ankles. That wasn't very smooth, was it? So set it up as you sit up. Legs nice and long. And we've got a long line all the way down. Hand, shoulders, hips, down all the way to our feet. Okay, inhale, T-zone. As you exhale, you're going to push that underneath ankle all the way into the top one. Push it up. Inhale, back down. Reset the T-zone. The T-zone is going to stop you from rocking about, okay? So keep it really tight. Exhale, lift. Squeezing at the waist. Squeezing in the inner thigh. No weight through this front hand. It's just there for stability. Squeeze. Point through the toes. Squeeze. Really think ribs to hips every time you exhale. Really squeeze, 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 squeeze. Up, up, up. And you get up the next time, we're going to pulse. So we get up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Awesome. So that was our little magic circle routine. It wasn't too brutal. Just wanted to introduce it to you. Just for a bit of fun, really. So we're just going to do a few stretches, stretch out the glutes. So let's come down onto the mat, and we're going to bring one ankle over the bent knee, and keeping our tailbone down, we're going to lift and drive the knee in towards the chest. Keep pulling it in, tighter, tighter, tighter. Keep your chin tucked. No tension in the shoulders. Slow your breathing down, right back down, back in the nose. Pull in a little bit further. And let's switch over. Reaching behind that thigh and pulling the thigh in, knee in, tailbone down. Relaxing the shoulders. Beautiful. Foot comes down. And let's just roll over. And we're just going to do a cheeky little pigeon. So curl the toes under as if you're coming into plank. Right foot behind left hand. Let the knee fall out. Really push the underneath leg away from you. And then we're driving pubic bone down to the mat. Keep the abs pulled in, support the spine. You can come all the way down. Shoulders down and back. Just gently prodding that pubic bone towards the mat. Shoulders relaxed. Okay, coming up, we're going to push all the way back, other hand, other leg reaches forward, push that underneath leg away. And then we're coming all the way back down. Remember, we've got our shoulder blades down and back. You want to have your pelvis square on with the mat, not rocking out to one side or the other. Pretty square on. This doesn't, you don't have to have your hands down, your head all the way down. This can look however it feels good for you. As long as you're getting a stretch down through that big old booty, that's all we need. That's all we're here for. It really doesn't matter what you look like. Keep the abs pulled in, support the spine. Okay. And then just to finish you off, we're going to do a cheeky static frog. So, hands are on the mat in front of you, and you're bringing your legs out as wide as you can, and they've got a 90-degree angle. So the foot's flexed. There's a 90-degree angle between my thigh and my shin. Beautiful. And then you just gently keep your shoulders down and back, gently pushing yourself back into those hips. It's pretty uncomfortable. Like the frog never really feels good. It gives good results, but it's not a nice stretch. It's not one of those good vibes stretches. So you can, like me, come down onto your forearms, but you're still gently pushing back into those hips. You can rock a little bit here if that feels more comfortable. Backwards and forwards. Awesome. Alright, and then just fold your feet in to the center. You can push yourself back up into kneeling. And well done. That was our 5th session. Amazing. So good. We're getting through them. Hopefully you're all starting to feel a little bit more limber, a little bit stronger, a bit looser. That's what we're here for. Like once we can loosen up everything, it means that it's got the chance to be functioning properly. And when it's functioning properly, that's when we sculpt a good looking body. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Otherwise, I've got no way of knowing. And leave any comments down below. And please subscribe to my channel to keep an eye on all of my latest content. I put up heaps of videos, all different intensities and types and everything. And I will see you back on the mat for session number 6, where we are going to be doing abs with the small ball. It's a great session. See you on the mat. Cheers, guys.